Despite all the recent storms, state leaders are still bracing for more droughts this summer. That's because California doesn't have proper water storage. Fox 26 reporter Sophia Lesios explains why that is and what you can do right now to help.
Many viewers have been wondering, what is happening to all the water streaming down valley rivers? Do we have enough capacity to hold it all? To answer those questions simply, no.
We don't have storage for when we go through droughts, and we don't have storage to protect us from floods.
California currently has 3 times the normal amount of snow, according to the National Weather Service. In the last few weeks, flooding concerns have been a hot topic in the Central Valley. Now that we've made it out of the drought, many are concerned we might dive right back in because we're not holding on to our water properly.
It's the plumbing and the timing. It just doesn't work. You lose 80% of the water that's coming in to the ocean because you can't get it to the recharging.
Mario Santoyo used to be the executive director for the San Joaquin Valley Water Infrastructure. In 2014, he pushed for Proposition 1 to pass in California. This authorized over $7 billion to fund ecosystems, watershed project and restoration, and water supply infrastructure projects, including surface and groundwater storage. Voters approved it with more than 67% of the vote. And while it sounded good on paper, 9 years later, none of that has happened. The Central Valley was even supposed to have an additional reservoir built above Millerton Lake called Temperance Reservoir. But that project sunk.
The Brown administration changed basically the way it was going to be judged.
Santoyo says funding and environmental issues were argued about the reservoir, and instead environmentalists said groundwater storage would be more efficient. According to Harvard University, groundwater storage is harder to manage because there are physical constraints to how fast the water can be put in and withdrawn from the aquifers. So right now, California isn't going to be able to keep up with a consistent snowmelt.
So we're in the worst possible position for basically a massive snowmelt to occur this summer. And with that, then that is going to flood even a whole lot worse than what you're seeing right now.
Since we haven't built any significant sized reservoir in the last 40 years to handle all of this flooding, most of it is going to go straight into the ocean. In Ridley for Fox 26 News, I'm Sophia Lesios.
A month ago, Governor Newsroom signed an executive order that makes it easier to capture floodwaters to recharge groundwater, temporarily lifting regulations and setting clear conditions for diverting flood stage water without permits in order to boost groundwater recharge storage. Santoyo says that if you want to express your concerns about the lack of water storage in the state, write to your local representatives and tell them why they should support those types of efforts.
Want to see more stories like this? Watch Great Day weekday mornings from 5 to 10 and Fox 26 News at 10.